there, guys.
Oh,
it's in my fucking eyes. Fucking son of a bitch!
Like, imagine this shit in Soviet Russia. They would not have this.
Is this what you want, YouTube? You want me crucified?
Yeah. The Amish are in Florida.
Hello, I'm Mediocre Montgomery, and today... Anyways, I'm Mediocre Montgomery. Welcome back to the Mediocre Militia. I've got a script. I'm not going to act like I'm not reading from a script. I had to get all of my thoughts in one cohesive line, because this is one that's kind of been boiling over for a little while.
He knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds." I suppose we all thought that one way or another.
Before I start my little rant, I used to have a teacher. I used to have a history teacher, and she also taught
Cultural diversity?
yeah, it was a cultural diversity class, right? And you know, she was an older woman. I don't mean that in a disparaging way, in case she's watching by some chance. But you know, she was an older woman, and she was a lesbian, right? And the one thing that I really took away from that class was that there's a kernel of truth to every stereotype, is what she said. And I, ever since I heard that coming from, you know, her of all people, I thought that was interesting, and it kind of, you know, it always stuck with me, right? So I don't normally like being swept away by stereotypes or whatever, but I think in this case, it certainly hits home. Well, I love my guns. You know, like, I'm a big gun person. I love my antique rifles and all of my new shit. They are empty. I love my guns in the same way that YouTube likes fucking my tight wimpy ass, you know? So quite a bit. A lot of my content is gun heavy, and that's just how it is. I love guns. On the other hand, I completely and utterly fucking revile the gun community.
It's Ruby.
Oh, it is Ruby. Okay. So I've been watching a lot of like Mike B, his YouTube channel, like Mike's Militaria. He's got his little shop. You know, if you're into that kind of thing, go to mikesmilitaria.com. I think, truthfully, he kind of has like his finger on the pulse of all this bullshit that's going on, and I pretty much find myself agreeing with him most of the time. You know, he too feels completely alienated by the gun community, as do I. Probably not exactly for the same reasons, but some of the same reasons. Most of the gun community is just, which part of the political football team are you on? Just basic fear-mongering, unbridled fucking hypocrisy. I felt really inspired by, you know, his point of view. Like, it helped me feel a little less alone in all of this horse shit. If you actually sit and watch my content, it's pretty obvious that I'm not a very conservative person. We're gonna be testing the armor of Christ, because, you know, why wouldn't we be? Lative une yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. You know, I'm a fucking gay atheist that gallivants around in a fucking edgy, disgusting mask on the internet for people's entertainment. Throwing guns into the mix, it's just like, oh boy. You know, here we go.
Oh, shoot that.
Like, yeah. I forgot to mention, here joined with Little Iron Lip. I was so blinded by my rage, I forgot he was even here. I sort of just have to accept that the gun community, the 2A community, is just a conservative septic tank. And I feel completely alienated by that. The gun community is like the place where fucking Trump is the second coming of Christ, and Pharaoh Biden is without a doubt, without the shadow of a doubt, coming to take your fucking guns and get ready for tyranny, guys. And I just think that's so fucking bizarre when you take into consideration like the import restrictions that Trump enacted, and the ban on bump stocks and shit like that. Trump said he was super pro-gun. He's not that fucking pro-gun. But it seems like as soon as you fucking toe the line of, well, you know, Trump isn't that fucking great. I don't like that motherfucker. He's an idiot.
This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
You're pretty much a pariah. And that, you know, that frustrates the shit out of me. I don't fucking care for that bullshit. It's just, again, which political football team are you on? You know, quoting Mike B.
All right, yeah, get him the hell out of here, will you, please? Get him out of here. Throw him out.
So I saw a post on Instagram.
They took away my life. They took away my future. They took away my hope. You picked on the wrong man.
And of all people, it was liked by Kalash Lover, which I thought was really interesting, but I'm going to get to that point. Haymeyer? It was about the Haymeyer dude, the Killdozer guy, right? I've been noticing a lot of his, like, a lot of posts about him in, like, the gun community, and people see him almost as, like, a don't tread on me kind of figure, like a don't tread on me prophet, which, you know, no pun, well, I guess kind of a pun intended. Haymeyer, he felt totally betrayed by his government and his fellow townsfolk, and he felt completely alienated, and he just went fucking apeshit. He built a fucking tank out of a bulldozer, filled it with guns and armament, and just went fucking apeshit on this town. Shooting at the cops all day, the cops can't do shit because he's in a fucking tank, destroying the entire town, quite literally ramming a fucking bulldozer tank into buildings and just leveling this little town, right? And I just think that the gun community is so fucking divided, and again, it just falls into like this political left or right bullshit, and a lot of the left shit is really heavy in like the Black Lives Matter stuff, but then when you take the George Floyd riots, and like when a Walmart gets ripped to shreds or a fucking Target or something because people are pissed off at the fucking government for whatever reason, regardless of what the reasons are, well, it's just like, oh, well, fuck those guys. Those guys are just some disgusting scum fucks, right? Oh, but this Haymeyer dude, yeah, he built a fucking tank. His reasons were totally justified to destroy that fucking place, right? I mean, just give me a fucking break. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm starting to get pissed. I was pissed coming into this. So, you know, but on that note, like, I guess I should clarify about, like, the Black Lives Matter movement and everything. I don't really buy into a lot of the, I don't buy into everything they have to say, but, like, when it comes to the George Floyd incident, those guys flat out murdered that guy, right? Undeniably. Those guys, I mean, they killed that guy. And, but they did the exact same thing to Tony Timpa a handful of years ago, and he was a white dude. I'm looking at it from not a racial standpoint. I'm looking at it as from a police brutality standpoint, right? I've got two examples right here. Well, I've got two examples of clear fucking police brutality, and that's just how I see it. It's just police brutality. I don't see why you would turn it into some kind of racial division thing. But again, it falls into like the gun community. This is starting to circle around. You've been awful quiet. I feel like you're just totally getting.
No, actually, I'm actually agreeing with 100% of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like you're 100% right. I too am fed up with the fucking gun community just because of how fucking like heavy-sided everyone is, and it like you literally can't fit into a category. You can't fit into the gun community unless you're a fucking. Unless you're an AR-15 wielding fucking good boy, like that's their whole fucking.
If you don't have like a trucker hat and one of those like green shirts with the American flag on the sleeve, and you don't suck Trump's cock, every morning
then
at the altar.
you're just not part of it.
You're just whatever. But I also wanted to point out that I think it's interesting because, if it were a civilian that pinned someone down who was doing something wrong, so to say, and they literally crushed their fucking throat and inadvertently killed this guy, or even intentionally killed this guy, the cops would show up and that guy would be in prison.
Yep.
Undeniably. But it seems almost as if it's just because they have a badge that there's some kind of contention, obviously. How can a cop do wrong? Since we're on the topic of cops and everything, how many pro-gun folks have you seen waving the Blue Lives Matter flag?
Thousands.
All the fucking time. Literally all the fucking time, right? But it doesn't make any goddamn sense when you consider, say, Joe Biden enacts some kind of ban, right? Okay, it's set in stone. Okay, he's coming to get your shit right now. Who the fuck do you think is going to come to take your shit?
It's going to be the police.
It's going to be the fucking police.
Yeah.
I can't fucking wrap my head around. It doesn't make any sense. I literally can't even put it to words. It makes no goddamn sense.
I think the reason a lot of the fucking bootlickers and Blue Lives Matter people, I think the reason that they fucking exist is to strictly resent everything that left wings are saying, everything that liberals are saying.
It's just it's such a left wing position.
Yeah.
To be against the cops, and then they just see it as I'm right wing.
Yeah.
I like the cops just because they don't. Fuck these quote unquote civil servants are gonna show up and snipe your fucking animals. Mm-hmm. They're gonna snipe your puppies, and then they're gonna take your shit.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it.
I really don't fucking think anyone's coming to take your fucking guns.
Yeah, me either.
No one is.
It's just that's just the fear mongering part.
It's the fear mongering part.
They're just as soon as there's a hint. It's under Trump, they'll just let it happen.
Yep.
Whatever, but just because it's Biden, oh shit, oh
exactly.
fuck.
Yeah,
Trump can just literally walk up all right, give me your bump stocks.
I mean,
whatever.
literally look at
okay, sir.
Literally look at the difference between
Biden even mentions the idea of it, and it's just total pandemonium.
Yeah, look at the literally look at both of them. Put Trump and Biden right next to each other, and tell me what you see as a difference, because I don't see any fucking difference between the two.
Yeah, two senile dipshits that have no idea where
it's the fuck literally
they're
just
at
two.
Or what they're actually saying.
It's two old dudes. Regardless of, I know I was everyone's just some old white dude, fuck you. It's not about fucking race.
I know, I don't get the...
it's literally just two old dudes. I think that's actually one of the biggest things, is that, you look at the base idea of conservatism, and it's conserving the ideas of past generations, and liberals want to focus on going forward, but literally neither side is fucking right. Look at all the shit that we fucked up in the past, and you want to preserve that, and look at all the shit that they're trying to preserve, that they're trying to create in the future, that's also going to fuck things up. There is no right side to any of this.
Yeah.
You're all fucking idiots. I don't know how else to fucking put it.
The pro-gun community will literally reject and defend the exact same agencies in the same fucking breath.
Yep.
And then go off on some kind of tangent like there's some fucking philosopher about some other shit the next second. As if they know what's what.
Yeah.
Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
It's always the same Trump good, Biden bad kind of fucking chest thumping bullshit. Which really isn't even the actual really isn't even actually the problem.
No, it's fucking not actually.
Truthfully, I kind of hope, I hope and I don't hope at the same time, but I kind of hope that Biden does enact something just to take your fucking guns away. Just so I can watch these brain-dead idiots who will, waste fucking countless hours on Facebook typing up some shit about, how they're gonna protect our freedoms, we ain't gonna stand for tyranny, and then watch you bitch-ass princesses literally relinquish your firearms like the little pussies you are. You aren't gonna do shit. And you're buying up all this ammo, and you're doing all this, and you're talking such hot shit, you aren't gonna do anything. And you know what, I think TJ Kirk, the amazing atheist on YouTube, I think he said it, I think he put it the best way possible. He said, you guys aren't very good at protecting our freedom. Because we lose our freedoms every single fucking day. Mm-hmm. Well, we let the head honchos do the fucking talking for us and make the decisions for us, right?
Yeah.
You aren't doing shit. You haven't been doing shit.
Mm-hmm.
You won't do shit. And truthfully, I'd almost, as much as I fucking love guns, I would almost love to see it just so I can watch you motherfuckers give them up.
Yeah.
It pisses me off so fucking bad. And I don't even feel... Well, I guess I don't even really feel bad about it. Because I feel totally alienated by you motherfuckers, so why should I have your back? You guys are so goddamn divisive, or divisive. And I'd say a lot of you would be so goddamn quick to chew me out. So fuck you guys. And the thing that just drives me fucking insane is so many of you guys are so wrapped up in like bickering like fucking hicks about like which truck is better. It's just like my Kimber Jam-O-Matic is better than your fucking High Point, son. But when in reality, you motherfuckers should just be happy that somebody else likes guns. Again, it's so divided. Instead of letting like the upper classes and like the government and shit do the talking and thinking for you, like why don't you just attempt to befriend some people that normally you would think you would oppose politically, right? Like why don't you like take them to the fucking range and try to make some friends out of them, or something?
Yeah.
What, you know, like why the fuck do you have to just be such a backwards ass motherfucker and just totally stand against everyone because someone fucking told you to, or like the code. It goes against your code, but really it should be more like guidelines.
Yeah.
Think of like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Thirdly, the code is more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules. Welcome aboard the Black Pearl, Miss Turner.
I've literally never in my fucking life, as soon as someone wants to talk about guns, regardless of who they are, I'm like, hell yeah, let's talk guns.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love that shit. I've never seen someone who's like, oh, well, he's black. Oh, they're trans. What the fuck ever.
Yeah.
I'm all about that shit. I love that shit. You know, you could probably apply this to other things in your life, not just like the gun community. Kind of like a concluding thought in a way is, why don't you find someone that normally you would oppose, right? Like a political opponent, or someone you would see as a political opponent or someone, and take them to the range and just show them what it's about. Don't be like some big scary asshole and hand them like a 500 Magnum or some retarded shit, just to feel like a bigger man or some retarded crap. Why don't you make it a fun experience? Actually try to connect with these people, knock down some fucking barriers instead of putting up some fucking wall that'll never actually come to fruition, right? Again, just I guess that's kind of like a parallel to Trump again. It's just bullshit. And stop buying all the fucking 410 ammo. That's a totally personal thing for me. Just stop fucking fear mongering. Nothing has fucking happened yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys just go in circles, fucking making it where you just scare the fuck out of each other, and then price gouge each other, and then fear monger 24/7. It's just totally circular. It just keeps going. And I'm getting pissed. I'm tripping over my words. I'm getting angry. I fucking hate the gun community.
Yeah, because you made it such a stereotypical clique that you literally come down on yourselves.
Yeah.
And now other people just can't get into it because they see what you're doing and you act like a fucking dickhead about the entire thing. And then other people aren't interested. And you wonder why people oppose guns. Maybe it's not the guns themselves. Maybe it's just the fact that you guys are making it not acceptable to be accepted into the group.
Yeah. You know, Abraham Lincoln wanted to bring people together. And I love that quote, "A house divided against itself cannot stand."
Yep.
Mediocre Montgomery. I guess at this rate, you know, most of my content is gun content. So I guess if you want to unsubscribe, I guess I can't stop you.
Yeah.
Hopefully I reach something you. You know what, I really don't care. I'm Mediocre Montgomery. Deuces. See ya. I'm fucking out of here. I'm pissed.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. I'm mad.